I think this was about 12 years back in one of the satsangs when one of them got up randomly and asked Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji, why don't you show a miracle right now before us? In other words, he implicitly meant, why don't you prove your credentials as a guru? Right? Come on, prove it. And Gurudev, with his usual calm demeanor and a wry smile, says, a black cow eating green grass and giving you white milk? Isn't that miracle enough? And I was floored. I was like, wow, what an answer. In fact, it actually is. I mean, to come to think of it, every moment is a miracle. The very fact that we here right now is a miracle. Because there had to be so many other contributing factors for what's happening right now to happen. But somehow we tend to turn a blind eye towards it. Anyways, without being too extreme and hyperbolic, let me share with you one of the many miraculous stories that have happened in my life ever since I've been associated with the art of living and known this man who I've come to regard as my guru. So this is one of the many guru stories that happened 7 years back, 2012. I just moved from from Mysore to Bangalore, just as in it had been about 4 or 5 months, and I was looking for a job. In fact, I was actually terribly confused. I didn't know what to do. I was going through a lot of financial burden, so many other personal problems that any youth usually has. And I was basically a bundle of confusion. Didn't know what to do in my life. And I thought, okay, what's the point of having a guru if you don't go and ask him and seek a solution, a practical solution? So here I am at 11:30 p.m. One of the days I walk into the ashram and I meet a Swamiji there who's just walking, he was just going out of the gate. I just catch him in the nick of time and I'm like, can you help me meet Gurudev right now? Because I really want to ask him something very urgent. He said, no, this is not the time. He must be resting right now, right? I mean, he usually works almost round the clock, and today he's unusually been a little early to bed, which is 11:30. Yeah, he normally sleeps for like three and a half hours. But on that particular day, it was a little early, maybe 11:30 ish it must have been. And then he says, please go back and I'll call you myself. Some other day you can come. I say, come on, there are so many people from Bangalore who get to meet him every day. And you know what? I've come all the way from Mysore at the middle of the night. I mean, that was a lie, obviously, because I was in Bangalore itself. I'd moved to Bangalore. Always been a Bangalorean. It's just for two years I was in Mysore away. But I thought, it's okay to lie so long as you get a chance to sneak into Gurudev's kutir and ask him, your problems, solutions for your problems. And he said, no. See, this is not the right time. Let me do one thing. Can I call you tomorrow morning at least? Right? I'll fix a separate special appointment for you and I'll call you. I said, okay, sounds good. Fair enough. Rather than waiting for a week, one week, one day is fine. Pass. So I head back, and sure enough, at 8:30, I get a call in the morning saying, come, Gurudev wants to meet you. And I whiz off on my bike. Within half an hour, I get there, and there you have Gurudev. He's just walking in front of us, and I'm there in the line, and he comes to me and says, aren't you from Mysore? I said, I sort of dodged the question because I had lied saying that I'm from Mysore when I actually was from Bangalore. Then I'm like, Gurudev, I had to ask you something, so can we get to the point and that types? He said, no, aren't you from Mysore? I'm like, no, I was in Mysore, but I'm now in Bangalore itself. Tell me. So the moment he said that, I realized, oh my God, he actually sort of knows. I mean, it was so conspicuously obvious that he knew that I lied and somehow sneaked in. But anyways, it was worth it because I did ask him and I did get my solution, which solved a lot of problems which otherwise would have really been bugging me for God only knows how long. So this is one of the many, remember, this is one of the many miraculous stories, incidents that I've experienced in my life ever since I met Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji. More to come in the due course.